And I just did the Evan Roach Wood video that was in about an hour. I'm sweating. Sorry, it's hot. And I forgot to mention everything else I wanted to mention because I was talking about her so much. And just a disclaimer, I'm not making fun of people, women or men, that got assaulted, emotionally abused, verbally abused, sexually abused. I am not. When I make sarcastic jokes and stuff like that, it's just my own head trying to figure out what the truth is. And I think the truth is that Johnny's innocent and Manson is innocent. And I already said why I think those things. It's just my opinion. I'm nobody. Who cares? But I still want to say what I think because, it's free speech, right? Then again, I can't sit back and see these two guys being drugged through the mud and pretty much canceled, because I think Manson is canceled. I don't want to think like that, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but this cancel culture needs to be canceled. That's what I'm trying to say. Johnny has hardcore fans and directors that love him and writers that love him, so he's still gonna make movies. But I don't know about Manson. I don't know how Manson is gonna come out from his house if he's still there. People were saying that he moved from Troy Boulevard, which is up in Hollywood Hills. Everybody knows where he lives. It's not a secret. And there was pictures of a moving truck where it looks like a moving truck, but it could be like maybe he's buying furniture, who knows? And people, big boxes in and out, and guys on like this blue uniform type of like moving company type of thing, park right there by his house. I saw that on YouTube. So I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not making fun of Manson either for being who he is, and Johnny for being who he is, and the drinking and all that. But what I'm making fun of when I laugh or make a joke is this mentality they would have, especially in America and especially women have, is as we had to be believed just because we say something. I said before how dangerous I think that is. It's dangerous because first of all, you can just send people to jail that didn't do anything, right? That would be that's the typical answer. Why is it dangerous? It's dangerous also because you fucking yourself up. You're fucking with your own head. If you really believe, like Amber Heard really believes that what happened to her happened, or what she says happened to her happened. If she really believes that, think about the psychosis and the insanity that she might be able to believe in the future. She might believe that she is a mermaid and she's walking around like a goddess or something. Like if you believe that this guy beat you up so many times and cut lip and bruises and broken ribs and all that, and you believe that happened, and you're going for it thinking, believing that happened, is very dangerous. What else are you going to believe that it happened? What else are you going to go for? There's nothing stopping you. If you're that type of psychopath, there's nothing stopping you. The difference between Amber and Johnny case to Manson and Manson women's case, I think is Amber, I think, is pretty much a sociopath. I think Amber doesn't feel anything. And I think these other girls, other women, do. They do have feelings, and they do show them, and they do. The case of Evan Rachel Wood, she's not doing it for a paycheck. Amber Heard did it for a $7 million paycheck. So I think some of these things are true. That's a big difference. Some of these women got abused, not by Manson, by somebody else, or by probably more than one person. It sucks. It's freaking disgusting and it's horrible. So I do believe that there's some of them are telling the truth in a way that it seems like it was all from him, it all came from one person, but I don't think so. I think he's innocent. Now with Amber, there's no trauma there. She's not traumatized. She's not having sleep paralysis and panic attacks and all that. And no, she's perfectly fine. That stuff did not happen to her, and she really believes that it did. Then we have somebody who's very dangerous among us, very dangerous, when you get to that level. So it makes me think, which one is it? Which one is it? Is the gold digging, or it's just pure insanity, or it could be a little bit of both? Going ahead, getting more money, getting more connections, getting your own cover on people's magazines. What is it? I mean, it really, if you get to the point that you're gonna start believing what everybody says just because they're saying it, and because it's not a tabloid, it's not like a gossip magazine, it's People's Magazine, so it has to be true. I mean, come on, Princess Diana was in People's Magazines. I don't know, Lady Gaga was in People's Magazines. Barack Obama, every president, I mean, they always took their turns to be in People's Magazines cover. Now, so what? So now I have to believe it because it's People's Magazine. Well, People's Magazine have their own agenda, and they're being proven to have their own agenda by many, many times. And so no, actually, I believe it even less. Whatever I was going to believe from Instagram post, now that it's on People's Magazines, I believe it less, because that amount of bullshit that magazine, online or not, dump into the world the last 10 years, it lost so much credibility. They're so full of it. So no, because of People's Magazines, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, maybe my grandma back in the day will think like that. Oh, it's in the newspaper, so it has to be true. Or it's in the New Yorker, or it's in the LA Times, so it has to be true. If it's in the LA Times, no, they're known for making stuff up as well. They're known for ruining people's careers, and especially politicians, and making stuff about them. And don't get me started with Bill Clinton and all that. But I can go there, because People Magazine actually gave Monica Lewinsky a cover. Monica Lewinsky is the person that Bill Clinton cheated on Hillary with, right? They do this. They give covers to people without checking facts, and without thinking about how the other bell is going to sound. Okay? Are they going to give a cover to Manson? Where's the Manson cover? Where's the Johnny cover? Do they ever put Johnny in the top? I mean, I'm asking. I actually should look that up, but I didn't. Do they ever put Johnny Depp face in People's Magazine? Did any magazine ever put Johnny in the cover talking about his truth? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, trying to think if I ever saw it in the supermarket or something, but all I saw was Amber's face back in the day in the cover of People's Magazine. Now, Ashley Morgan's face. I survived a Manson. I survived a monster with a really bad picture of Manson that he looks very spooky. And she's like, okay, I survived him. So now I'm supposed to believe it. I have a few problems with Ashley Morgan's article. First of all, there's a video on YouTube. You can go watch it. It's disgusting. And she's doing this photo shoot. Like, she's really doing a photo shoot and an article at the same time. And let's remember, she's a model. So, she got paid for a photo shoot. Right? In an interview. And there's a few things that she said that make no sense. Nothing she says makes sense, but there's a couple of things that are like, oh my God, out of the rocket, unicorn, flying rainbows, and farts of fairies. Because there's a couple of things that are like, whoa. When she said that she was calling people for Thanksgiving, okay, when she said that her mom brought dishes for Thanksgiving, right? How? And then she's saying that she was isolated, it was not talking to her family, but she was talking to her family enough to ask to bring her mashed potatoes or whatever. Thanksgiving dishes, Thanksgiving food, yummy food, wholesome food. You're not going to call your mom and tell her to come to a rapist apartment, like, right? Well, she did. And then she said things like, she said, it would be nice to wake up to somebody that you're in love with and having sex in the morning with somebody you're in love with, but now wake up and their person already doing that. Like she's trying to say, like, that he was, and this is something that he was blamed for before, by Esme and Evan and her now, that he was just using their bodies when they were unconscious and asleep. There's no way that actually you can prove this. But also what sucks is there's no way that he can prove that it didn't happen. It's horrible. Yes, she can't prove that it did happen, but he can't prove that it didn't happen. There's any videos? No, because she was asleep supposedly. So did she tell anybody in the day that she wrote it in a diary back in the day? Oh my God, I can't believe I woke up and this was happening to me. Did she? No. So we're supposed to believe it because on the cover of the magazine. Again, problem with that. She talked about being cold. Brr, I'm so cold all the time. They're also cold. These girls are all have anemia or something. When you have anemia, I do have anemia, but I'm always hot, not cold. But when you have anemia, your blood is all messed up, so you're cold all the time. Whatever. Yeah, his apartment was cold, we know. And then she also talks about the paintings and how dark the whole vibe was. It's Marilyn Manson. What do you want? You're not going to like Justin Bieber's house, I'm sure that he's a freak. Though, like sometimes those people are even worse than like the dark people. What do you think is gonna happen? Then she says something. She mentioned something about she didn't know who he was. I know that she's young. She's like a millennial. She's younger than millennial. So she was not around when he got big. I guess probably she was born at the end of the 90s or something. So I guess, yeah, she wouldn't know. She wouldn't know who he was. Come on. She says in the interview that she didn't know who he was. But enough. She knew enough that she jumped in a plane from Thailand to LA to hang out with him and be in a photo shoot. And we know what type of photo shoot that will be because it's Manson, right? And because Ashley is kind of like a lingerie underwear type of model. She's not, Chanel walking on the runway type of model. If you see the pictures that she took, some of them are pretty, some of them are not bad. It's all about her in a bra and her in underwear and high heels or just that just nude or half nude type of art. And I would not call it porn. I would say more erotica. So he's inviting you to his place or to let's say a photo studio, right, before his place, and you're just flying from Thailand to LA. A guy that all you know is that his name is Marilyn Manson, but you don't really know who he is. Yes, you knew exactly who he was, and you probably studied him and looked him up and were like, or maybe not, maybe I'm exaggerating, but she knew. And then she says something about how she wanted to work on film, so she thought finally this is an opportunity to work on film and she could say bye-bye to modeling, which it seems like it was bugging her so much to be a model. Again, that's a contradiction right there. Because while she will say to a guy, oh my God, yes, like you gave me this opportunity, that's cool, let's move in together, then she doesn't know. She doesn't know this person. So she's trusting this person with her career, with the future of her career, pretty much, because he said, I'm going to put you in a movie. This is something that I blame Manson on because he needs to stop doing this shit. Hopefully he learned that he cannot be telling any girl that walks around, I'm going to put you in a movie, I'm going to put you in a music video, oh my God, here's the keys to my house, here's my cat, here's my house, here's, eat whatever you want, do whatever. He's so trusting, the dude. He's so, I think he's so open and trusting that he got taken advantage of. There's the pictures of Ashley on Ashley's Instagram. She deleted those that she's holding Lily White, which it was, she passed away. It was Manson's cat. Super cute, skinny, white cat. And she's holding the cat. And the person who took the picture is Ashley Waters, which is another one of the accusers. And it said, and she tagged Marilyn Manson. This is in 2018. Don't know, she's saying she didn't know who he was or what he was capable of doing. Well, then you knew something, because in the other, I'm paraphrasing her, but she's saying, well, that she knew this was a good opportunity to stop modeling and become an actress. How did you know that if you didn't know who he was? Like, this could be any guy, any cool looking, weirdo looking guy that invites you to come to LA to live with them. How did you knew, how you were for sure thinking this is gonna be good for my career so I can finally stop modeling and start acting? You knew it was Manson, because only somebody like Manson can do that. Only somebody who is in the industry already can bring somebody in. So when she said she didn't know that he was in the industry, or she only heard the words Marilyn Manson, but she really didn't know who he was, is so much bullshit, period. And then also there are these messages from her to somebody on Instagram, a person who was concerned, and said to her, hey, you look very skinny, you gonna like maybe go to rehab or something. It's concerning, you're so skinny, you look more skinny than ever. And she blew on them, and she responded like a maniac from her own Instagram, saying, well, take off my pictures, what do you care, you're nobody, don't mess with my friends. And the person was like, who are your friends? And then Ashley said, Evan, exclamation point, Evan, right? Evan. And this person says, well, you and Evan are friends? And then Ashley responded, quote unquote, I'm not paraphrasing, this is what she said, what she typed, and it's on Instagram out there. It's one page is I Stand by Manson, another one is corner cards, another one is pathological propaganda, another one is Manson mob sing. There's so many, and everybody posted this, right? It's not fake. She's saying, because her tone is the same tone that she has in the interview, the People's Magazine interview. She has that, oh my God, like, he was such a psycho, but he wasn't even original like a psycho. You scared for your life, and you're telling this guy you're not original enough for the psycho. This is very strange. But anyway, in this text message, in this type DM on Instagram DM messages, this person is saying, well, we're concerned about you, but what, Evan? So you're friends with Evan? And she says, yes, we wrote our fucking statements together. So she's just tripping. She's thinking that she's friends with Evan, and she's not. Or she is, and they wrote the statements together. Because remember, who else was there in the Phoenix Act statement was who? Esme Bianco. And Esme Bianco is very good friends with Ashley Waters, and Ashley Waters and Ashley Morgan used to work together a lot in LA. So not a coincidence at all. And another thing that bugged me about that video, Ashley Morgan, which nobody knew who she was, and now everybody does. I knew because of Instagram, but if you are a person who's not on Instagram, and like you're like my grandma or whatever, right? Not on Instagram, but then you're gonna go to the supermarket and see Ashley Morgan's face at the cover of the magazine, and now you know who she is. Oh my God! You kids can't become famous for something infamous. You turn into Kim Kardashian or something. Seriously, like, I believe I said that, but I said that. In the magazine, she talks about her mom coming over, about the Nazi knife. I want to get into that. There was a picture of Evan Rachel Wood circulating around the internet since 2021, since this hit the fan. And the picture is Evan Rachel Wood with her, and it's not Photoshop, it's her, with her blonde hair, her black eyeshadow, and red lipstick, which was like the look that she had that night. That was the night of her engagement with Manson. And there's pictures of that party. And she's karaokeing, and she's dancing. She doesn't seem unconscious. She doesn't seem sleep deprived, maybe because of the cocaine that they were doing. When people do cocaine, they usually don't sleep. I mean, I want to tell you, just, that's just, yeah, a good host, I guess. So they got engaged, and these engagement pictures are not official engagement pictures, but they're like, she's having fun. Her brother is there in the party, and there's a picture of her holding a knife. I am not a connoisseur on Nazi memorabilia, so I can't tell if it's a Nazi knife, if it's an Italian knife, if it is a Brazilian knife, if it's an American knife. I had no idea, but it's a knife. In the top of the, she's doing this, right? I created the pose with something, but whatever, right? This is the knife. So this is like, she's holding the knife, all like elegant about it, and it's the top of the knife, the tip, and there's a little bit of cocaine, and I mean, this is true. This is not Photoshop. The person who took this picture, her name is Leslie Lane. She is a very nice person, and she knows Manson for a couple of years, or for a few years. She worked with him, and she took these pictures, and she is for the truth. Check her out. Leslie Lane is her name. She's for the truth, and she is in possession of these pictures. And I'm not even going to use them because they're hers. But so she's holding a knife, right, with a Coke. And this is, let's say, 2008 picture of Evan. So now we're just going to we're going to put the knife thing in the declaration. We're going to do that. Because we know there's a picture somewhere of Evan holding a knife with Coke. So let's put the knife thing. And if we're going to make it really bad, let's put there was a Nazi knife. Because everybody knows when you hear the word Nazi, you're like, oh my God. As you should, because it's freaking horrible. One of the worst horrible things that ever happened was that. So of course your reaction is going to be like, oh my God, a Nazi knife? I don't know if it was just a knife, okay? Or if it was a knife that it was from World War II. If it just happened to be a German knife, doesn't mean that it's a Nazi knife. Not everything from Germany is Nazi related. Not everything from World War II is Nazi related. It could be other things. But it looked very vintage European knife. It doesn't look like a knife that somebody would have here or in Texas, or it doesn't. It looks like that. I would say not a Nazi knife. I would say a World War II inspired style vintage knife with cocaine in it. Evan, cocaine on the knife. Anyway, so that's why they put the knife in the declarations. They're not stupid. I mean, they're stupid now. They look very stupid, but that's why they put the knife in there. Esme Bianco talk about the knife. Ashley Morgan talk about the knife. Evan talk about the knife. Ashley Waters is not saying that the knife was on her, but she saw Manson doing the knife thing on somebody else. I don't know about this whole knife thing, but it's obviously we know why they put it there. They put it there because they knew there was a picture of Evan holding a knife with Coke. So yeah, let's write about what are we typing. Okay, let's do this. What else? Sleep deprivation. Black walls. Oh, the knife. Oh yeah, there's a picture of her with a knife. Okay, let's put the knife, and let's put this a Nazi knife, because what's worse than a knife was worse than a knife. A knife is bad enough. We know what's worse. A Nazi knife. Fuck. Like, it scares me to even say the word Nazi knife. I mean, seriously. Like, there's people traumatized by this type of stuff, and it's not fucking funny to use it for your own agenda. So then Ashley has a couple pictures on People's Magazine, and this is something that I can't really show unless it was on myself, but they're not probably good. But the pictures is of collarbones, supposed to be her collarbones. Now I know it's not, but it's supposed to be her collarbones. Sorry. And a couple marks. It looks bad. It looks painful. And it's marks, red, purplish, bluish marks, like a hickey, but in a lot of places. Okay, and she produced that picture, learning from the stage pictures from Amber Heard. They're following the Amber Heard tutorial big time. So that picture is supposed to be her neck, and those injuries or bites are supposed to be from Manson, because Manson had this thing of biting people, and right, that's kind of what he does, I guess. So guess what? Somebody sent me this, and also there's videos out there showing this, and there's definitely a couple pictures on Instagram side to side of what she said it was her collarbones with the hickeys, and then another picture from Pinterest. It says love bites, and it belonged to a guy. The collarbone is a guy, the guy who posted. It's a man collarbone. It's not Ashley's collarbone. It's not Ashley's body. It's some dude's body, and it's on Pinterest. It's on Pinterest. Somebody took the time to put the picture on Google and see what other results would come up. It's a picture from Pinterest that has been there for years and years and years. It's not like the person from Pinterest took the Ashley picture and posted. No, it's the other way around. So if you're going to do this, take pictures of your own body if you were abused, if you're telling the truth. Or just go to the doctor and say, hey, this happened to me. There's no pictures anymore. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't take pictures because I was too scared, but this happened to me. Let's make a report. No, you just go on Pinterest and steal somebody's pain, pretty much. You know? I mean, I don't know if that person posted as a good thing or as a bad thing. Who knows? But it's not your body. And it's not your collarbones. That is perjury, isn't it? I mean, it's not perjury because it's a magazine, but if she takes that to court, it's perjury, I will think. No, for sure it is. So, and there's another picture of Ashley's leg. Supposed to be. Now we go back to the crap that Esme Bianco did when she posted a picture of her back with the whip marks. We're supposed to believe. We have to believe that it's her back because she's saying that. She says so. Again, I said it before, when you take a picture of yourself, as something that happened to you, you have to put your face next to it anyway, if it's possible. So the person who sees the picture, the police officer or the doctor or the judge, whoever, are going to be like, oh yeah, like Johnny did. It was a picture of his finger and his face because he was in the hospital, right? You can see his finger, you can see his face. That is Johnny Depp. Finger belongs to Johnny Depp. Face, it belongs to Johnny Depp. So Esme didn't do this. Ashley didn't do this. So People's Magazine is cropping a picture. Who knows whose leg is that? Because if she already faked the bites and the hickey pictures, then she's capable of faking the second picture. Or whatever else she's going to come up with. The leg picture, I don't see anything on the picture. And I looked it up and I tried to see if it looked like carving or writing or even a scratch. Or she said that he carved his initials on her. I don't see it, and I'm not the only one who doesn't see it. And the reason people starting to look into pictures and Pinterest and pictures that she posted is because they were people on Instagram were like, what the hell, there's nothing on your leg. So then they found out the hickey pictures was fake. The leg picture, it might be her leg, but there's nothing on it. At least I don't see it. Or if there's something on it, it might not be her leg. Just like Esme's back, it's not Esme's back that she posted that. It's either somebody else's, or maybe it was her back with makeup on it from the show. Who knows? But the thing is, like, these things are these are now white lies. You know, it's gonna cancel somebody. And I'm glad that you can get on YouTube and see all these videos, and from my crappy videos to the best video out there. And there's a good community of people that are on the side of injustice, and we don't want to see injustice. But there's a lot of people out there. They are Amber Heard fan clubs, like all over Asia, all over Europe. There's a lot of even Richard Wood has a big platform. Ashley Morgan is nobody, I guess, but now that she's in the cover of the magazine, now she's gonna have a platform too. Esme Bianco has already had a platform, and you know, you go to Esme Bianco Instagram, and instead of in her bio, instead of saying like the link of her next movie or the link of her latest photo shoot, or no, it's the link of the interview that is Manson related. Like she's posting it on her Instagram like it's a movie credit or something under her, and it doesn't say actor anymore. It says activist. Before, about a year ago, Esme's Instagram just say actor, and now it says activist, comma, artist, actor, activist. It's like the triple A. They love it. They love to say those things. And it's like, well, why don't you just say artist? You don't have to say artist and actor, because being an actor is artistic, and is an artist, right? You're an artist if you're an actor, are you? So why do you have to say it twice, and then activist comes first? And in the link of the interview with the cut, shame on them, shame on the cut, whatever the hell that is, for giving her the interview. And that shows you that that's all they want to be known for. Like I always say, Evan Rocha Wood, a totally different beast animal, because she's known for other things. But this girl's, oh my god. So Ashley, I don't know if it's your leg. If it's your leg, I don't see any carving. I'm sorry, I don't see it. A lot of people don't see it. And the love bite picture belonged to a man on Pinterest, a very skinny guy that it can pass for the collarbones of a girl, but it's not. You know why we know? Because somebody awesome on Instagram looked it up, and your picture comes from Pinterest. So she did this. She was like, okay, all right. Remember the Nazi knife I mentioned, right? I mentioned Nazi knife, right? Because Nazi knife is a very scary thing to say, right? So, okay, what are we going to do? What else can we do? Oh, we're talking about Manson biting people, and he has this blood fetish and vampire fetish that he has. Okay, let's look for pictures of love bites. This is what they did. They sit in a Starbucks or somewhere, and they just did this whole thing. And she even admitted to that person on Instagram that her and Evan made the statement. She said, we make our statements together. We made our fucking statements together. I say the F word a lot when I'm mad, but if I was talking about something horrible that happened to me, you would not hear me saying, oh, fuck that. No, this is a different type of sensitivity if you're talking about a trauma. Like the way that she said in the interview, Ashley says, right off the bat is a red flag when she said, oh, all our statements are the same. It's disgusting. I can't even talk like her. I'm trying to talk like her, and it's making me puke. It's disgusting. He's a psychopath. He did this to all of us. At least be original. At least be original. I know I'm repeating myself because I can't believe that she did that. At least be original. You're scared of your life. You saying this guy has so much power that it took you 7 years. Oh my God. 7 years to come out because this guy has so much power over you. But you're calling him unoriginal. You're going, oh yeah, you're a psycho, but at least be original. At least do something else on your psycho activities. She thinks it's stupid that he did, supposedly, I know he didn't. He did the same with all of them. It's unoriginal. So you're gonna call your abuser unoriginal. That's like a red flag right off the bat. That's like the first minute of the interview, and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be like this. And then when I saw on Instagram that the person found the love bites picture on Pinterest, man, like it blew my mind. So now I'm thinking, what's the leg? Is the leg picture, is it her leg? I don't know. Do you know whose leg is it? And do you see anything in the leg picture? I don't. I just see her skin, and it just looks flawless to me. There's not even moles on it or pimples or anything. And the picture of her collarbones, she has a couple moles, couple freckles, and then her collarbone is a very feminine collarbone. And then the picture that she took from in Pinterest is the collarbone of a dude, and you can tell because the Adam apple is right there, and girls don't have that. And it's stock photography. You literally Google it. And then she makes sure she said the Nazi knife over and over. And I already told you why they said the Nazi knife, because the picture of Evan doing cocaine or about to do cocaine, or maybe just posting for the cocaine, because she's one of those people. Oh, I don't do drugs, but I'm going to pose with the drugs to be cool. She's posting with a knife. I would not say Nazi knife. I would say that it's a vintage looking knife. That's why they had to put the knife in there. It's so obvious. And I'm so glad that I see people on YouTube and on Instagram, on Twitter, agreeing with all of us that it's obvious. But I really hope that the people out there also think it's obvious. Because to this point, I mean, last night when I saw the Pinterest picture of the collarbones with the love bites, and I saw there was an Adam apple in the picture, so that's not hers. I mean, I don't know what response she's gonna have to that. She's gonna say, well, the person that stole my picture and posted it. I don't know, who knows. And the leg, I think there's nothing wrong with the leg. If there's something wrong with the leg, might not even be her leg. How do we know? This is what happened with these people. They're pathological liars, and they've been lying for so long, and cooking this up for so many years. Then I don't, if I don't believe one thing they say, I'm not gonna believe the next thing they say. And I just don't like being this cynical and this jaded, but I am, because I'm an adult and I have a brain. So I'm not gonna just believe everything that you said just because you're saying it. Especially if you have a past of being a liar. Going back to Amber, you lie about charity. You stole from kids that have cancer. Okay, they have an oncology whole floor in the LA Children's Hospital. You stole from those kids. Yeah. So why would I believe everything else? You lie about the dogs in Australia. You lie about the dogs. Poor dogs. You lie about the dogs, right? And about the $7 million. You lied about the police call. You lied about the place. The place wasn't destroyed. The body came from the police, showed the place was not destroyed. So you lie so many times, and then you expect people not to believe, not believe. You're not going to believe the next lie, because it's like, it's almost like their whole life is a lie. So why all of a sudden I'm gonna wake up and be like, today I'm going to believe Evan, I'm going to believe Esme, I'm going to believe Amber. Oh my God, I wish I could just do this and not get canceled, not get Manson canceled, and I wish, but in real life we can't. And anybody with a brain, female or male, will see through this bullshit and see how identical the pattern is, and why they didn't say something else. A needle. They could have said, he poked us with a needle or something. They used the knife, because the picture with the knife and the cocaine from Everett to Wood. Look it up. It's out there. Not pretty, but